Hi everyone, so down to my third video. If this is your first time being with me, we're looking at good men of substance who believe that they can't approach women who seem to have it all together. So my first two videos are in your description box, and this is the last one. So I want to say that everything I'm going to say is just my own opinion, things that I've observed over the past few years of my life. Okay, so let's look at point 5. So point 5 is that be prepared to work with this woman. So I want to just liken it to this. So if you imagine this, you've got two sets of grasses. You've got artificial grass and you've got real grass. When you look at them, they look very similar. They're green, you can play them, you can put things on them, but that's as far as it goes. So let me just ask the question, how many of you would like to have fun, continue fun and excitement, and you want to feel as if your life is like you're going in an amusement park, that when you're going up it's good and when you're coming down it's good? Well, that's what happens when you're with a woman who is a grower. I mean, it's going to take a bit more work because you have to sow, then you have to mow the lawn, you're going to have to weed it. But there's richness that you're going to find in there, wealth and prosperity. It's going to feed you, it's going to feed your children. And life should be an up and down, because that's what your heart is like. Because if it flatlines, you might as well just be dead. And that's what happens with the artificial grass. After a while, it's just dead. Okay, so with this woman as well, yes, you are there to please her, but what she doesn't want is a pleaser, because that means that you're just going to be like the artificial grass. You look good, but you're looking for someone to help you to grow. As well as being a grower, she's going to be a safe place of refuge for you. With the artificial grass, if it rains too much, it's going to get flooded, and we know what happens, and you can get overwhelmed. But with the real grass, it's there to receive the rain. So with the woman of substance, if you want to be emotional, she's going to be able to receive that, because that's what she was designed to be able to do. So you're going to feel safe with her. And it's important that guys feel safe with a woman, because there's so many guys who are committing suicide because they don't have the space to just express themselves. But here you're going to feel safe and secured. But also what you'll have to remember with this woman is that because she's been so used to keeping things together, she may even be a single mother, so she's had to be kind of the parent and the disciplinary person, and also just looking after the whole house. So she may not know how to easily relax, and she may be a bit stern. The thing is, are you able just to point out some things to her? And why am I saying that you? Because the type of relationship she's going to have with you, she's intimate with you. Nobody else is going to see that kind of intimacy with her, and you are going to be her lover. So if you can just, with the right spirit and the right heart and the compassion, just point out things to her, guess what? She's going to trust that you're going to be a grower with her, and that she's going to be safe in order to bring her emotions to you. You don't want to be like an Adam who looked at Eve, saw what she was doing, and actually said nothing. Plus, you can avoid a lot of calamities if you speak up right at the beginning. You can move forward faster, and further. So I would say just make sure that you're able to challenge in the right spirit. Point 6, don't leave it too long. I watched Steve Harvey's show the other day, and there was a young guy who was a single parent and he was looking for a partner. He got presented with 3 women. One of them was his good friend of 6 to 7 years. Who do you think he chose? His friend of 6 to 7 years. Come on, guys, you've got this woman in your space that you got really well with. She's there for you when you need her, very supportive, and you're not even pursuing her. She makes you feel like a king, and she's a queen. Now, anybody that has to label themselves, they're not a grower, because once you're our queen, you're going to know that she is, and she's going to feel that within herself as well. So with this lady, you don't want to push it too quickly though, and I mean when it comes to instant gratification, because so many guys have had sex in haste and made the wrong mistake. So in Proverbs it actually says that if you are hungry, even something that is bitter will taste good to you, but if you are full, then honey will not tempt you. So it's about you getting yourself full so that you can make the right decisions. And that takes me straight into point 7. If you struggled with any of the previous 6 points, then you're going to need some kind of counselling. Why? You're going to need counselling because There are many men that have been raised in an environment where you've not been able to express your emotions. So you're having those struggles with those first points where really speaking to a woman is just normal. So if that you find it a struggle with that, you're going to need help with that. So with women, they've had the luxury of being able to share their in order to share those emotions. So you've got to invest in yourself so you can create that space for yourself as well. So there's so many things that you're going to have unconsciously that's going to make you fearful. But in counseling, what happens, it brings those things to the forefront so you can see them, you can work with them, then you can begin to make informed choices that's going to benefit you, and there's going to be healing of the heart, the soul, and the mind. So when you come out of that, you can have some clear principles and clear boundaries that are going to be good for you. It's going to help you grow in confidence and self-esteem, to be about the woman that you, to be around the woman that you want to be with, and so that you can actually manifest your dreams as well. You don't want, when the right woman comes along, that you miss out on that. So how will you know? What are some of the things that you will know that will tell you that you need counselling? So one, if you're saying that I don't understand women, who understands women? Heck, sometimes we don't even understand ourselves. I've got loads of girlfriends, you know how I understand them? I ask them the questions, I don't assume, because so many times we assume and it does make an ass out of you and me, doesn't it? So don't assume, okay? Also, what happens if you meet a woman and you're feeling that she's a good woman, but you can't actually trust it? So you might even just say something like, don't you ever get angry? Don't you get emotional? It sounds as if you are more into the drama more than her. And look at the way you treat yourself. How much you actually love yourself? How do you treat your body? Do you exercise? Do you eat healthily? Or you put in drugs or excessive alcohol? Or you feeding on porn? And also, if you've been raised in an environment where you felt you had an overbearing parent, whether father or mother, overbearing sisters, or you felt that your mum should have protected you and she didn't, or you were touched in some kind of way, you screamed at, shouted at, or there was an absentee parent, whether it's through death or whether it's through incarceration or whether they just abandon you, all these things are going to have an impact on you. So in order to move forward, you do need to know what you possess. You do need to know who you are. Because if you don't, when you get into a relationship, you're going to either alter your behavior to fit into your partner, or you're going to get your partner to alter their behavior so you feel well. And that is my 7 pointers for you. So I really want to thank you for listening to my humble suggestions, and I'm hoping you got something from it. So why don't you click the like button? Why don't you share it? And guys, why don't you speak to your fellow men and see what they think about this? And when my next videos come up, if you click that button, you'll be the first to know about it. And don't forget to leave your comment, okay? And you look after yourself, and all the best when going after that woman that you want to speak to.